Hello, welcome back to Mindful Musings. I'm Dee Dee, your host. I'm a sound bowl practitioner, an energy alchemist, and an intuitive. Thanks for joining me today. I so appreciate it, and I appreciate you subscribing and liking. I am new to this whole YouTube thing, so it's a process. It's a wonderful process. That it is what it is. As Lee Harris, I think I stated in my last video, Lee Harris is a wonderful intuitive musician. He always does a monthly energy update. I highly recommend that you listen to him. Again, there are so many wonderful people here on the YouTube channels, the different wonderful people. Is it the Spirit Whisperer with Mark? Oh, he's fabulous, his Hawaiian shirts and everything. Karen with Meet the Spirit Guides. And I'm drawing a blank on everyone, but there's so many that I listen to. Kevin with Loving Vibrations. Beautiful souls who are imparting their intuitive knowledge, their insights, helping us all create a community. And it's wonderful. They don't have a clue who I am, but I'm grateful that they exist and that we all are here together. So thank you. That being said, as Lee Harris was saying, some people are designed to reach hundreds of thousands, millions of people. Hello, like Taylor Swift, with her positive uplifting. And others are designed to maybe reach 10, 20. It really doesn't matter the numbers of people that we reach. It's that we are being in our heart, that we are living to the highest vibration possible in the moment, and that we are living from that place of heart-centered, soul-centered consciousness, and as best as we can. And I'm saying that because I'm in a really funky kind of place, so I was really hesitant to even do a video, but I thought that is probably a very perfect time to do a video, because there are always going to be days, weeks, months, however long they last, but especially moments where, especially if you're an empath, us sensitive people, us empaths, we're picking up on this energy all around us. And sometimes it's tough to tell, what is my sorrow? What is my angst, my grief, and what is something that I've taken on from either a client I've worked with or that I'm just picking up on the external world around me. So I thought, this is a good thing to talk about or to share. And, please feel free to comment, write comments, ask questions, whatever is fabulous. But what I've been, there was a quote, and I'm not going to get the quote right at all, but in essence it was, I choose at this point when I'm just not quite right and I'm a little prickly for whatever reason, I if I can, I stay away from interacting with the outside world because, pardon me, expression, throat. Let me get some water. Oh, this is interesting. Can we say sometimes the fear of expression and being vulnerable come up? Because we're so geared to seeking approval and all of that. Pretty powerful. Living in the moment. The messages and the guidance come when we're still enough to get it. I forgot where I was going with all of this, except to just say that sometimes it's good to isolate, especially in in the weird kind of energy. I don't want to label it because the energy is just what the energy is. And people are going to react to the energy however they react. So however you are reacting, I hope that you can come back to that place of calm, to come back to that place of introspection, because that's what I have to do, especially since I'm feeling a little off, feeling a little doubting myself, those kind of very 3D stuff that we go to. How do you cope with that? How do you come back to yourself? Well, what I've just been doing is giving myself grace, extending grace to myself to understand I'm human. You're human. You're going to have emotions. I am not this emotion. I am not this feeling. You are not that emotion. You are not that feeling that you are experiencing. You are merely experiencing it. So it's how are we going to sit compassionately and lovingly with ourselves as we process, as we allow it to flow through and then release it. Well, I know this morning what helped a little bit was journaling, and writing is really good because it's kinesthetic. So that is another thing I'm planning on doing, because I ended up doing a vocal journal in my little journal app on my phone, just so I could kind of speak it out. And that's a really nice thing to do, is to keep a journal or keep something handy, especially when you wake up first thing in the morning and your dreams are fresh, because our dreams are often contain messages, and that's when we're in that still enough place where the guidance can come in, where our spirit guides, our angels can communicate with us. And they'll communicate metaphorically, visually, symbolically, and it's just, unfortunately, it's up to you to decipher it, because somebody else's input in it's just somebody else's input. They don't have what you have, what you know, and what an image means to you. So I know very often, my clients will say, well, what do you think that means? And I just have to, smile and go, well, kind of what I think really doesn't matter a whole lot. Thanks for asking, but what does that mean to you? Always have to kind of turn it around. And it's about empowering the other person to say, you do have the answers inside of you already. Listen, look at the clues. And yeah, we can bat about ideas about what you think it might be, and that's great. But ultimately, it is you who you're going to find the answers. So that is a part of empowering. I wasn't always like that. I mean, when I first started doing this, decades ago, when I was doing, oh good God, I actually attempted to do a psychic line. I lasted a week at max. I just couldn't do it, because but I found at that time ego could come in, because I want to make predictions and I want to be right, and that was the ego. I've done a lot of work, not slaying the ego, but befriending, and because the ego has its place and serves its purpose. But now I do my best to come from a place of being a clear channel for divine guidance, and just allowing that to come through, and trying to set the ego aside, because the ego, seeing through the filter of an ego, you try and make yourself right, and blah, blah, blah. You know how it goes. You've probably experienced it, and you've experienced doing it yourself, I'm sure. Do you want to be right? Or do you want to be happy? Or do you want to be in love? Coming from love? Or do you want to let that ego go? I win. it's all about taming it. It's all about being true to yourself, authentic self. Like I said, I have no idea what's coming through right now, but I just wanted to share realness of when we're struggling and some of the ways that I deal with it. Like I said, journaling. I sat down and I was doing some of my singing bowls, just listening to the harmonies. And I went, you remember last video I said, had a closet full of, old stuff I'd stuffed in there. I was looking through some of that, and I found, I've only counted, I found at least 15 sets of oracle cards and tarot cards that I had shoved into the closet and stashed away. So I pulled them out to see, if they're speaking to me. So if that is a path I am choosing to use for myself, and I do it with clear intentions, pure intentions, it's available to me. And truth be told, yes, I did obviously pull quite a few messenger cards, like my angelic messenger cards, animal tarot, my starseed oracle, the healing waters oracle. They're beautiful. They're all very divinely guided, and they resonate with me, and that always helps me. Well, I should say 95% of the time it helps me, because it helps me to see things a little bit differently. And if I go ahead and suspend the 3D reality thing, which really doesn't exist, but it does, and focus back on the, oh, wow, yeah, we really are of one consciousness, and there really are loving beings. I have a spirit team. You have a spirit team that surrounds you. It's your angels, your guides, your masters, the beings around us. All the benevolent, loving beings are around. Suspend that disbelief and go ahead and believe that no matter how many times we mess up, make mistakes, it's only a learning opportunity. And our God, the benevolent being, the great creator, our spirit team, always loves us unconditionally. And that's something that sometimes I think we as humans have a real challenging time trusting in that. Because we're so used to living on this 3D planet where being approved of and being loved was conditional. I'll love you if you do this, blah, 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 blah. It wasn't even spoken, but it was just an underlying thing. So again, I guess what's coming through is trust that you have a whole team of loving angels, beings, whatever team you want to call it. This benevolent, loving team is here to support you. Just ask, because they're not going to intercede if you don't ask for their guidance. And they'll give it to you. And believe me, if you miss it once, they'll give it to you again. And they'll keep giving you the guidance in different forms. And some of the ways of guidance for me is Brooks, or you may hear a snippet of a song. Very often that messages come to me in songs, and the musical comedy lyrics, of course. That always cracks me up. I go, seriously, we're doing company again? Huh? Okay. But being open to the different ways, or you may be walking along the street and just passing someone, and you overhear part of a conversation, but that little snippet was meant for you. Or outside, seeing the birds or the animals, and just something that catches your eye and you get a flash. Or I know when I'm outside, which again really helps with the mood and getting grounded and feeling connected and loved again, is I can get caught up in watching the squirrels play, and just watching and seeing what I will personalize them and think of that it's joy and play and frolicking, but it reminds me that there is more, that there is so much more than what we give ourselves permission to experience in this current 3D planet that we're in, but we're transitioning up to 5D. It's a real, it's kind of an awkward time, and probably some of you are experiencing it as well. It's talked about the different timelines, and we are shifting timelines. We're ascending the higher frequencies, so it can be a little bit challenging. You can be up here doing this, and then suddenly you gotta come here. It's not that it's lower than, it's just a different vibrational level, and it can be really taxing. So you may find yourself getting very fatigued, muscle aches, headaches, just maybe nausea. These are all symptoms of ascension. These are all symptoms that you're shifting. Your vibration is changing. So be gentle with yourself. Drink lots and lots and lots of water. Get rest when you need to. And always, 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 please stay away from the mainstream media news outlet. I cannot say that enough, because all of that external is all designed to keep us in fear mode and keep us in drama, keep us in againstness. And the more we can not become a part of it, the clearer we're going to be able to see what is really going on. And worldwide, globally, there is a lot of stuff that is now coming to the forefront that has been hidden. And I'm not just talking politically, but yes, politically, the governments, the corruption, all of that stuff is coming to light. And it may very well just momentarily crush our hearts, because things that maybe we have believed in forever to be true aren't. Probably same thing, although this could be we know it will be a very exciting time when we finally accept the fact that we are not alone, that we are a speck in the universe, and that there are UAPs, there ETs, whatever you want to call these benevolent beings that are around. They exist, and who knows when they may finally just present themselves, and how will we react? I would hope that enough have elevated their consciousness to not be in fear, but to be in wonder, and to welcome these high, masterful vibrations to come in and help out. They will never do anything with our, we still have free will. We have free will, but we can certainly ask for help. So there are so many things that will be revealed to us, and that's going to rock our world. And that's on a big scale. So what on our personal scale? Really, that's all we can manage, is our own personal scale. What things are coming up for you right now? Because it's coming to the end of the year. It's the winter season, which inherently brings us to this place of a cocoon where we are introspective. What things are coming up for you that are maybe rocking your world, or that maybe a light is being shed on and it's like, holy crap, that's not what I thought it was. How are you being with yourself as you discover these things? How are you coming back into that place of compassion and love and integrity for yourself as you navigate the new the releasing of the old, because the old is dying. The old world is dying. The old you are no longer who you used to be. And that's a good thing. I'm no longer who I used to be. And yeah, there are sometimes, like, like today, in the last couple of days, I'm grieving that process. I'm grieving the process of, whoa, who I am right now is not who I thought I am. Who am I? I am not sure right now. And where am I going? But this is where the trust comes in. But I do trust that God's got my back. I'm not being led in a direction that is not of divine light and that for goodness and the highest good of all. Same with you. Keep the faith. Keep remembering who you are as that divine being. As things get tumultuous, as stuff comes up for you, be kind, compassionate, gentle with yourself. Like I said, journaling, even speaking into the journal app on your phone, seeking guidance externally, should you require that, should you want that, of a trained professional. Taking care of yourself, getting those massages, coming to see me to get sound bowl healing, one-on-one, that healing within KC if you're in the Kansas City area. You can do that, seeking others out to assist, reaching out to friends to just sit with you. That is the greatest gift in the world right now, when we can just sit and be with each other, have a hot cocoa, just sit, be outside, be in nature, reconnect with earth, play the music that brings you joy and that raises the endorphins. It's the natural the natural high, not the artificial, but the natural one. Listen to the music. I love cranking up rock and roll and dancing to it. Move about, whether it's yoga, whether it's dancing, whether you go to the gym and work out. But being kind and loving to your body, being conscious of what you're putting in your body, really listening. My addiction is sweets, is sugar, and I always remember dear Mary Holnick, one time when I wrote, I'm just eating a lot of sugar. She goes, what part of you is craving the sweetness? So I always think of that now. As I reach for that piece of fudge or whatever it is, it's like, what part of me is craving sweetness and compassion? And reframing it, and maybe I'll still grab the piece of fudge, but I'm doing it a little bit more consciously, and then I take the time to be gentle and kind and loving with myself. It's a process. I don't think we ever totally get there, but I guess this is my way of just saying, please be gentle with yourself. The holidays are going to bring up a lot, or not, but the way the holidays are designed, it can be very commercial and external. Make sure you take time to go within and to connect and to be with those people, places, and things that you love and you hold dear. Extend grace to yourself and to others, because everyone is going through something. Some are just better at hiding it and masking it, but everyone is going through something. Be gentle, be kind. Singing bowls, being in nature, breathing, focusing on your breath. I always do that for square breathing, remember the somatic toning for each of the chakras. I did a video on that. You can go back and look at that. I also have a video where I'm just playing the sound bowls. If you want just a sound bowl video, just to listen to that. Be with your pets if you have pets. It's an interesting time of balance, of being external and also going within, because we crave that connection, but we also have to be very, very aware of when an external connection may be draining our batteries. So to be able to take care of yourself by disconnecting from that and coming within and recharging your batteries. So I hope this was of some value to you. It helped me. This is kind of, again, my way of sharing that all of those of us who, all of us, we're all way showers, we're light beings, and it's comforting to know that we still all have our own shit that we have to deal with, you know? And it's how we deal with it. Are we going to be compassionate and kind, loving with ourselves, extending grace to ourselves? And when you do slip up and you judge yourself, bring in that forgiveness. I forgive myself for judging myself as less than. I forgive myself for judging myself as unworthy. I forgive myself for judging myself. And just bring in, imagine maybe the angels holding you. Imagine Mother, the Divine Mother, embracing you and filling you with her love and compassion, saying, "Oh, my dear, I love you. Be kind to yourself. Be gentle. Fill yourself with this love and this compassion. And feel the Divine Feminine holding you and embracing you, loving you just as you are. You are perfect, just the way you are." Keep raising those vibrations. Know that we'll slip at times, but keep raising it. Do those things that nurture your soul, that raise your vibrations. Because we are all needed. We are so very much needed this time, right here, right now. We are souls having a human experience. And we are souls, divine souls, in a human body, having maybe a divine experience being on this beautiful planet. Because it is an honor to be on this incredible planet Earth, Gaia, Mother Earth. It is a blessing to be here. It is a blessing to be here at this time in our history of the planet. What an exciting time, potentially challenging time. But we all signed up for this. We're all here to love and support each other. So thank you. I think I will end it there. I'll be back later. Thank you for your support. I'll be sending you lots of love, light, healing. Remember to keep breathing, stay grounded. Know you are perfect just as you are. See the world, see yourself through the eyes of your soul, through the eyes of loving. You got this. We've got this. And seriously, if you want to come see me, if you're in the Kansas City area, there's a link below to healingwithinkc.com. I do sound sessions there, and I also do group sound bowls. You have more information there. But much love, much gratitude. I so appreciate you. Hang in there. We have got this. All right? Breathe in. Namaste, my friends.